Do-do-do! Here's Terry!
Yay! I told him he had to do that this time. Okay, today I am doing an old photo. Somebody had asked if I would do more old photos, and this one, it's like I've been wanting to scrapbook it, and it is actually some ancestor of mine, or it's like a cousin of my grandma, I don't know, some relative anyhow. And anyhow, they were skiing, and I love this picture. One time I had copied it and made it into a Christmas card and mailed it to everyone. And it is their Grandpa Letcher's nephews. And one of them is named Raymond and the other one is Lloyd. So anyway, I'm gonna scrapbook this. And I know that it was in winter because they have on skis, or they have skis and they have ski outfits, I guess. And it's so funny because when I look at the one, he very much looks like one of my uncles. So I totally see the resemblance. And I really love the picture, and I'm gonna make it Christmas themed because I might just put it up on the mantle at Christmas time. So I am going to be using Graphic 45 Christmas Carol Collection, and I'm also going to be using Mintay's Merry Bright. And then I'm using these stickers, which I bought probably 20 years at a scrapbook store that no longer exists. But I thought I want this to look like, here's my thoughts on it. I want it to look like they went skiing at Christmas, and then the other things, like if this was their scrapbook page and they were scrapbooking about their season. So I'm going to not put anything on here except for things that would come from their time period. Like you'd have papers and you'd have felt. So that's why I thought I'm using these. So I'm not using foam and stuff like that. But these, they could have definitely made them. They would have had to have been really good cutters. But I thought that would be a cute way to go. So I liked how these colors went together. And so I've got the Graphic 45. This, I had actually used this, I think the top strip, on a Christmas layout I did of Fort Wayne. But I'm going to be using this side this time. I just loved how these colors look together. And this kind of has, I don't know how it comes across the screen, but it kind of has a greenish, it looks vintage but green, kind of a greenish tinge to it. And so, and this was taken in South Range, Michigan. Okay, so, and I'm also using this paper where it's just the craft color, and this is from the paper company, and there's actually a stick-on label. And it actually says gold. Okay, so I've taken walnut stain and inked around it, and I've inked around this after I cut it off and kind of roughed up the edges a little bit. And I just used my fingernail because I didn't want it really torn like like my paper one thing, whatever that thing's called. I didn't want it like that, so I just used my nail, and all the things I roughed up, I just used my nail with the exception of a stamp, a piece of paper that looks like a stamp. I did actually use scissors, and I'll show those to you in a second. Okay, so I used these Fiskars, and they're called decal scissors, and that's the only time I used that. And I'm actually using the old photo My uncle gave this to my mom because my mom said, oh, Terry would like that. So that's how I ended up with it. So this is the only way, I mean, I'm sure nobody else wanted it, otherwise somebody else would have had it. I think I'm gonna take a quick picture of this so that I remember who they are. Well, I think I do actually have them. I think I actually have them in 2 other photos, but I'll just save that. So, since I got my phone right here. Okay. And, oh, and the company is by Taylor, so maybe they did the photographs because it says that their last name was Taylor. So, okay. Except for, I think I spelt it wrong, otherwise maybe that, I don't know why I have that on there otherwise. Okay. And I think it's gonna be roughly, I'm gonna put it kind of low because my thought is, okay, if they were scrapbooking it themselves in their time, and let's see, I'm gonna start with, and I've roughed all these up and put the walnut stain around the edges that would show because I'm gonna do a lot of tucking, and like this one here, it's gonna be tucked a lot, so I think I might even cut some off so I don't have to cut it, so I don't have to tuck it all. Maybe right to there. And I could always use that for something else. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of not put too much tape just in case I got it in the wrong spot. Oh, actually, this here is from Graphic 45. This is from Graphic 45. And this is from Graphic 45. And the other embellishments I'm using are from Mintay. So, okay, so that will be there. And then I'm gonna put this here. So let me see, I'm gonna put that about here. That way it kinda, because they're all strategically placed. Okay, and I can cut off a piece of this, so I don't have so much to tuck in. Okay, I'll kind of stick it low because I'm going to probably be sticking things right over top of it too. Okay, and this is going to go down in here. Oh, but not too far because I'm going to overlap these letters here, so I do want to kind of see part of the postcard. A lot of planning. And so I figured, you know, kind of fold these up like, you know, they were on this holiday where they skied and did different things, and it was over Christmas because I have no idea anything else about this picture except for who they were. And I think I need to be over just a little bit more. I should have made a mark. I figure if you don't know the story, you just make up your own. Okay, and then, let's see, I don't want any more of that or that piece. Okay, and then I have this music. So these are from Graphic 45. This is from the Mintay, did I say the name of it? Yeah, Merry Bright. And this is music. It says Beautiful Christmas Tide. I don't know what a Christmas tide is, but maybe it's like tidings. I don't know. I think I'm going to cut off a little bit of this because it just keeps me from having to tuck so much of it. And this is going to overlap the postcard, but I'm going to bring it up kind of high. And but not too high, I guess, because I'm going to put, I got to kind of figure out where everything's going, or keep that in my plan. I mean, if I was gluing, I'd be in big trouble. And then I have this card of this little girl, so it's supposed to look like They collected a little Christmas card during the season. And I'm just gonna have her kind of peeking out of here so you can still see her lips, so you see that she's a little girl with a smile on her face. And maybe tuck like, whoops, maybe like that. And then I have Santa Claus here, because of course you'd get a card with Santa on it also. And I think kind of maybe tuck him just, I guess it doesn't matter if he's over or under that card, so I think I'm going to tuck him right here. Oh, maybe push this over now, because I want Santa definitely showing, but not sticking up over the little girl card. And then I have this here from Graphic 45 too, and I'm not going to cut anything off of that because you're going to kind of see a little bit of it in every spot. Okay, so probably about like that. And then I have these little tickets that were maybe from an event that they had while they were on their ski trip. And let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Oh, I put tape on that one side, and I need it over here too. Try not to glue it to the table. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tuck this up here so it's kind of overlapping two of the papers, and then this one overlapping that. Maybe up just a little bit more. Okay. And oh, and then I have this bingo card, because you know they probably went to the church and played bingo at Christmas. Sounds like a good story, don't you think? Okay, and then I'm gonna tuck this right underneath here. So I've got all their events that they had, and then I have this little what is it, holly berries? Yeah, holly and berries. And this is just a half a piece, and I've antiqued this too. I kind of put a little bit of antiquing on everything, because so it would look like this and the paper behind it. So I'm just gonna overlap that, and then I'm taking this piece here, and let's see, I've got some thicker ones because I think I'm gonna need a thick one. I'm gonna stick a dimensional underneath this. Is this my thicker ones? Yeah. I think that should do it. Let me see. Oh yeah, that should be good. So I'm actually gonna put whoa, it got me. So I'm actually going to put this up on dimensionals to let it overlap this. Just for some reason, a relative says, well, I want a picture of that. Then I can remove this and not leave any residue on this and take a picture of it. But usually I figure if it gets to me, nobody wanted it before, I figure it's mine. Okay, so let's see, I'm missing something. And then I have this postcard, and I probably don't need, I don't know if any of this is going to show on this one side at all. So I'm just going to cut this off so I don't have to bother trying to tuck it all in. And I haven't stuck very much tape on anything, so I will be gluing it afterwards. So this one here, and this one's from the Mintay. And I'm gonna put it almost straight. So they had their picture taken when they got ready for skiing, And then this is all the stuff that they collected from the season. And now I'm gonna put Merry Christmas, or I'm just gonna put Christmas here. And I think I'm gonna start right here at this M. And you know me, I gotta do it upside down. And hopefully I keep all my letters the right direction. Like yesterday I tried to put the apostrophe wrong. No, when I sent this out as a Christmas card, I wrote all the information on the back that I had of it, and I didn't have anybody say anything about it. So I figured if they would have wanted a copy of it, that's when they would have told me. So I do feel that, even though I am saving it from anything happening to the top of it, I considered copying it, but I figured the last stop is me. So, and their family, I'm sure, has a copy, or you know, like the original, and these were ones that they just gave relatives. But it is very cool. Such a cute picture. I love it that they had their picture taken with their skis. Okay, I'm gonna slide this over just a little bit and maybe straighten it up a little bit. Okay, and I think she's showing all right, but I'm gonna pull her this way just a little bit more because I want her a little smile showing. Okay, I think that's it. I'm not going to put any enamel dots on it or anything because I want it to be all things that could have actually came from their time, you know, as far as being made, or they'd cut them out of something, because I know I made scrapbooks before we did scrapbooking. So that's it for today. I will have close-ups at the end. I hope you enjoyed this. It's something different, but you know, a lot the same. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.